G'day, it's Tony Browne from The Good Lady. Today we're talking about the GAM International series of ovens. This is the King range. It's the top of their line of electronic ovens. They're a deck oven, easy to use. We'd like to talk about some of the features of this oven. One of the major ones which helps you get a very, very good pizza is the IROS system. It's the Italian wood-fired oven substitute. It's patented by GAM and it recreates the way the air flows in a wood-fired oven by drawing the heat off the sides of these vents, taking it up, keeping the base very, very dry and taking the humidity away. And it creates that wonderful flavours that you get in a wood-fired oven but in an electric oven. The oven has economies. Now it's been designed electronically to save energy but also the way it's built. The oven has enormously thick sides. You can put your hand on them right beside the door here, right up here. It's safe, 316 degrees. We've been cooking in this oven, it's been on all day. The sides of the oven are dead cool, just the same as the ambient temperature on both sides, and that's because of the rock wool insulation in there. The glass door at the top, you're unlikely to burn yourself on it, but to keep it efficient, you can see these slots in the door. It draws the heat between the double glazing and takes it out to help keep the front of the oven cool, but also that makes it much easier for you to work. This is ambient within the whole room here at the moment, so it's not generating any heat or losing heat, so it makes it very efficient. All of those features that we've just spoken about with the insulation, that also means that when the oven is opened, the drop in temperature is actually minimal. It loses very little temperature while you're doing a normal operation. And especially the way I've been using this oven, like a wood-fired oven, I've been cooking directly on the base of it, and you open it up and check it around just like you would in a wood-fired oven with minimal heat loss. The construction of the oven is 304 stainless, inside and out, right around. The control panel on this King oven is very, very simple to use and has many features. You can change the temperature very simply just by touching the buttons up and down. It's got a maximum of 420, which takes about 40 minutes to preheat if you wanted to go to that temperature. The preheat time to get to 300 degrees is 30 minutes. You also have very easy control over the top and the bottom decks. So we've been cooking with the bottom deck at about 80% and the top deck at about 60% on here. And it's as simple as using the up and down buttons. The control panel has an economy mode on it which reduces the consumption of power by 50%. So you can put that on and off peak periods and reduce the reheat time, but you can also, had it on today, did a lot of cooking in the economy mode. Okay, what we're talking about here is the fume exhaust, they call it. The Italians give them funny names. It's an electronic digital control over the flue, which enables you to get rid of all the vapours and fumes from the oven. So if you've spilled some cheese or some garlic on the deck, it draws that away and doesn't spoil the pizzas and other products as well. So it keeps it very clean. It can help also, I've got it right open here at the moment, but you may wish to have it fully closed on a very busy period if you wanted to. The next section on the control, again, all of these features are very simple to use, is the timer. So you just select the time that you want to set for the cooking time. When you put some pizzas in, or a pizza in, or a product, you just start the timer and it counts down and it has an audible alarm at the end. You can stop that at any time too and change it very easily. The next section on the control is very helpful depending on what you might be doing with the oven. You may be using the oven not just for the pizzas and using it at different times of the day for cooking different products in it. The oven, you're able to save 9 programs with the memory of all of the operations on the full control board. And it's as simple as selecting the program and selecting OK, and that's it. Down here we have a clock. It's not just so you can tell the time, it's to select the starting time of the oven so that you don't have to come in and waste time. It can be hot and ready for you when you come in. So if you're starting at 11 o'clock, you might have it coming on at 10:30, or perhaps a little bit earlier than that, and it'll be ready to cook in immediately you start. It's a simple matter of just after you've selected the time you want to do, select it, and when you turn the oven off tomorrow, this one will come on at 16:27. Should it be a Sunday and you forgot to turn it off, or a non-business day, maybe a Monday or a Tuesday, and you're not operating, and the oven did come on, it will come on for 2 hours, and if you haven't interfered or touched anything on the oven, it will automatically turn on. We also have a light control, which is the control of the light inside the cavity, and the main on-off switch. The GAM oven can be stacked up to 3 high. We have the models a 4, a 6 and a 9, and they can all be triple stacked or double stacked. They're stackable. The ovens all have, as an option, a capture hood. You have a light control, your main on-off switch control, and a speed control on it. We have some other options with this oven. We have a stand, which is a fully welded stand, exceptionally strong with casters. It's capable of taking up to half a tonne, which is much more than the oven this weight. So they're built exceptionally well. They have locks on the front, locking wheels on the front, so you can move them in and out if you need to clean, and it helps move the ovens around if you need to. One of the other options we have available to go, this is a GAM prover, which the oven can sit on. This is designed for the Model 4 King oven. The controls again are very easy. You just turn it on and select the temperature that you require for proving or leavening your pastry. It comes pre-assembled with racks ready to go, and it plugs into a single phase control. This one's plugged into a 15 amp.